What is up guys, welcome to another video. So we're going to be working on a VXR today. This is a Nürburgring edition. This is Alex's VXR. You can pan to him quickly if you want to pan to him. His Instagram will be on the screen, make sure you do give him a follow. So what's going to happen in this is we are going to be remapping the VXR. We're also going to be installing some bigger injectors. I think they're 630, I think.
Yes.
So 630cc injectors. We're also going to be doing it on the dyno as well, so it's going to be fine-tuned specifically for this car. So sit back, enjoy, grab a coffee, and let's get into it.
This is a Homage beat.
So the process we're going to go through now is we've got the battery tender hooked up, we're going to read the ECU. Now because it's having bigger injectors, we are going to install the injectors at the dyno place. Once that's been done, we're going to put a base map on it just to change the injectors so it recognises that there is bigger ones in there so it will run. Once it's done that, we're going to stick it on the dyno and do some runs, some power runs as well, so you'll be seeing the printouts of that as well, and obviously Alex will get to see the gains that he's got as well with that. So we do recommend you do upgrade the injectors when mapping these cars because they aren't the most reliable things ever. Are they really? Yeah. So they're pretty much on the limit already. Mapping them on it is going to ask for problems. We knew this when we did Jack's car. So this is why we recommend customers do get the injectors changed when they do it. So with that being said, we are going to now start reading the map on this. With reading it, we can get the base map on it, but we're going to drive it to the place first on the original map, like I said, and then put the injectors in whilst we're there. So enjoy this. Again, you'll probably see some of these shots in the documentary that we're doing as well. It's going to be a big project for us. We're doing a lot of other things. Enjoy the dyno run because we know you guys like it. Obviously, it's got a double decal on this as well. So on the dyno, we may see some flames, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so Lawrence has come down with Alex here. He does have his own YouTube channel. He's going to be helping us out a little bit with the camera. He's got his gimbal in the camera as well. He uses pretty much the same ones that we do. So he's going to give us a hand. Make sure you have a check on his YouTube channel, and his Instagram as well will be on the screen somewhere. So just make sure you give him a follow and just check out his videos. You do a lot of detailing and stuff, don't you?
I do a lot of detailing, just set up a little business as well. It's going to be called Ceramic Care, so I will get an Instagram page on that. If you want to give that a good follow. Obviously my Instagram's The Life of Lawrence, and you'll see it there. So
go and give him a follow, go and give him a check out, and we'll get on the way to the dyno place. All the health checks come back all perfectly fine. There was the few codes, weren't there, which was just the decat and to do with the stereo and stuff like that. So that's not a problem. We can go ahead. We're going to drive up there now, get there, fit the injectors, but we are going to take the GoPro in the van. Yes, we've got the van. You haven't seen that yet, but you're going to see some little footage for us going the way there. So see you soon.
Feel free to record anything like in the car. Try and keep up with the van.
What did you just say?
Oh, you got it on the GoPro? Yeah. Hey, I was going to say let's record the van. Introduce Bertha.
Come on, get in. Alright, so we was planning on recording this with the GoPro, but the battery's dead.
Right.
There's only one person we're blaming for that, Jack.
Curtis? What a noob.
But we're in the van. Yes, we're in a van. 3 fat people in a van does not help, does it, Jack?
I blame Curtis again.
I'm literally like overhanging on the door. Curtis is taking up all the fucking room here.
Really, I can't help it.
Yeah.
Curtis. Look. Rusty's got his legs.
Look at you!
Yeah,
You've got a camera between your legs.
I've got a camera in between my legs.
Yeah.
You've just got your legs open.
space here and there's a fucking gap.
You've just got your legs open for the fun of it.
Jack, let's see, look. Look at the overspill! Alright, so we're on the way to the dyno. Alex is behind us. I don't know if you can see him in the mirror. You can just see his light. We did try and get some GoPro footage out of the window, but because the gimbal's actually dead. So Lawrence is behind us, he's going to be filming a few bits, so you'll see that in this video as well. So we're on the way now to the dyno place. So again, with these cars, we do recommend that you upgrade the injectors on them, because the injectors are on basically the maximum cycle. Are you alright?
Yeah, just looking down there, sorry.
So we do recommend that you do upgrade them, which will help with it as well. So obviously, with that being said, we're going to go there, do some cinematics, and Jack's going to speak about putting the injectors in. Then we're going to load the base map with the injectors changed onto the car, as we've mentioned. Once that's been done, we're then going to put the car on the dyno and fine tune the map as we're going on the rolling road. So that's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, and we're going to see what power we get out of this VXR. So this is more as well to help us with some of our data. So obviously, you know that we're doing a documentary on the CORSA. We've spoke to a few people, and we're going to be going through a few common problems with the car, precisely like piston 4 really. We're going to go into depth with it quite a lot, and if we can obviously get some data from the car as well when it's running better injectors, then we can obviously fine-tune the maps even more, and know more about these cars and how they work. So we'll see you guys in about 2 seconds. Right guys, so we're up at Scott's place. Instagram will be on the screen, so make sure you give him a follow as well. If you haven't seen the dyno video where his car's on the dyno, make sure you click on the notification right up at the top now. It's just going to pop up. Click it, it'll take you directly to the dyno day. Absolutely awesome day. It's got an awesome car running around 900 horsepower, so that does kick out some good power. So right here we're going to be taking over the old injectors, taking them all out, and we're going to be putting the newer injectors in. So the map was read this morning. Now that's been read, that's been obviously sent off. We're going to wait for that to come back with the 613cc injectors put into it, so the car will actually run itself. So this isn't to do for power just yet, so this is just so the car will actually run and recognise that it's got 613cc injectors in. So it is paramount that we do this, because if we don't, it's not going to turn on, and it's not going to run right if it don't recognise obviously the injectors. So that's going to be done. Once that's been done, we're going to jump it on the dyno, which is behind you, Curtis and Jack. Then once that's been done, we're going to show you some power runs, but first enjoy these cinematics of Jack switching these injectors on this CORSA VXR. So what's happening now is the base map is getting uploaded with the 613cc injectors, so this way the ECU knows that they've been changed. If that doesn't actually get done, then the car won't start, they'll have problems, and obviously we'll come into other issues. So once that has been uploaded onto the car, we can then start the car and move it onto the dyno. This will allow us to have a base, so we can then start obviously tweaking it as it's on the dyno in live, so we can see the live data. You should see some live data on this as well on the computer, so you'll see some power runs, so just some general runs as well with that. So we'll see you guys when we get onto the dyno. We'll probably explain a few things if we can, or we'll just let it run and explain what happened after. So here we've obviously got the printout. So this was the second map right here. So you got 209.99 and then 220 foot-pounds of torque. So you've got the graphs here. So you can see on the first map, or the second map, there was a flat spot right here. So there's nothing actually happening. Ideally you want it to gradually increase and then drop. So with that as well, it was running at 1.85 bar, which is sat right there, which is really high for these. It's roughly about what, 25 psi, something about that. But obviously with the second map, to make sure it's all safe, because obviously this is all about it being safe, the intake air temperature was actually restricting us with this. So putting the last map on, so it's safe at the 205, 212, it has had an increase in the power, but you can see here, when it focuses, the actual boost has actually dropped to like nearly what, 1.54, 1.4 bar roughly. So that is actually a lot safer. So for the sake of 5 horsepower and 8 foot-pounds of torque, you want a safer map really, don't you, as well?
Yeah, internals,
Yeah, so obviously it's got the standard internal, so this is all about making sure that this curve here is all nice, this red one. So that's on the current map that's on the car, but you can see how much it actually drops on the second map that we did. But again, that would not be safe. We think that obviously over time that would probably blow, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So this is quite interesting really to see, because the amount of bar difference there is what, 0.3 bar, which again for the gains of 5 horsepower and 8 foot-pound of torque, it's not really that much.
So roughly the same there.
Yeah, so you can see that it does actually like cycle back on the higher RPM to the original, what it was before. So the only thing that's different is the spike. These cars do have an habit of spiking in the boost right at the very beginning, but obviously if we can minimise that spike, it's going to give us less debt in it.
Yes.
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 Yes. So obviously the restriction on this was the
Intercooler.
intercooler. Yes, it was the intercooler. So the restriction on this was actually the intercooler, so the air intake temperature was very, very high. So again, to run this car anymore, with any more power, it would need to look at the induction kit, which is all. This is all interesting for us, obviously, with us remapping these sort of things. So again, this is the Nürburgring edition as well. So they are mapped from factory already, but you can see the improvement that we've actually made on the original map, which is what it's all about: the drivability, the torque, and everything else, and also making it safe. So that is a very big deal when obviously mapping these cars, because we all know that there can be issues when mapping these.